First, a reading from the show Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Picture this. It's the Cooper household, and Mark's pacing, stressed. Vanessa and Robin are at the kitchen table looking amused. Mark, I'm telling you, this charity basketball game is a disaster waiting to happen. What if I trip? What if I airball? What if I get dunked on by a 10-year-old?
Mark, relax. It's for charity. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, and you're like a professional basketball player, right?
I mean, I coach high school. That's different. These guys are going to be ruthless. What if I pull a muscle? What if my shorts rip?
You shorts? Seriously?
It could happen. What if I get a wedgie in front of the whole school? It'll be on the news. Mr. Cooper's basketball blunder.
Oh, man, that would be gold.
Oh, it's not funny, okay? I'm going to be the laughing stock. I should just call in sick. I could say I have basketball-induced anxiety.
Mark, just go out there and have fun. It's for a good cause. And if you get a wedgie, well, we'll all be there to capture it on video.
And scene. Welcome, everyone, to the new episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle playing Mark Cooper, and that was Byrne playing both Vanessa and Robin beautifully. We're super excited to get this show started. So how about, Byrne, would you like a fun fact?
I'd love a fun fact.
Excellent time for a fun fact. Always time for a fun fact. Byrne, did you know this? During the Mexican-American War, a unique and controversial chapter unfolded with the formation of the St. Patrick's Battalion, or Los San Patrios, predominantly composed of Irish Catholic immigrants who had enlisted in the U.S. Army. This unit switched allegiances to fight alongside Mexico. That's right. Driven by factors including religious and ethnic discrimination within the American ranks, as well as a sense of shared Catholic faith with the Mexicans, they saw the war as an unjust expansion against a fellow Catholic nation. They fought bravely, often in the face of certain capture and execution as traitors. Their actions, though condemned by the U.S., remain a complex symbol of divided loyalties and the human cost of conflict, highlighting the struggles of immigrant soldiers and the ethical dilemmas inherent in war. So, basically, there was a group. So, during the Mexican-American War, what happened was there's a ton of Irish immigrants, as we know, being descendants of them. And
Sure.
There's a ton of Irish immigrants coming over, and they said, hey, you want to be American citizens? Sign up, fight in the war, we'll get you American citizenship. So tons of them signed up, like brigades of them. They then went down to Mexico, and they're fighting the Mexicans. They're like, wait a second, you guys are Catholic? And the Mexicans said, sí, we are the Catholic. And tortillas are delicious. Like, sí, we love tortillas. So they're like, well, why are we fighting against you guys? Why don't we jump on your side and we'll fight with you? And that's what ended up happening. The Irish immigrants jumped onto the Mexican side and started fighting with the Mexicans. And there you go.
That's a tough crew to battle. The
Right.
Irish and the Mexicans together. I mean, talk about two scrappy cultures. Like,
Now there's also like a huge like Irish Mexican population in Mexico. Like you know what I mean? And this is why. Like, look at Canelo Alvarez. You telling me that boy ain't got some Mick in him? Huh?
yeah, right. Louis C.K.
Might as well call him Patio Tool. You know, like, what are we doing here? So, yep, there you go. Also, like, think about this. Like, you fighting like an Irish guy, fighting like a Mexican. Like, they're two very proud things, you know? Like, the cultures are very similar. Like, hardworking, family, religious.
Mhm.
You know, one's food is significantly better than the other.
Correct. That's correct.
You know? And one's women are just the best. Oh, shout out Latina women. But yeah, so that was our first fun fact. Pretty great. Pretty great. You ready to move on to our next fun fact?
Just really quick, what were they called again? What was
They were
the Spanish term?
So it was St. Patrick's Battalion or Los San Patricios.
That's cool.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Los San Patricios.
Very cool. Very cool.
Shout out Los San Patricios, fan of the show, listener of the show. Haven't done that in a while. Let's keep it moving. Keep it on moving down the road. Next fun fact. Here we go. Burn. Did you know that honey never spoils? That's right. Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs, thousands of years old, that are still perfectly edible. This remarkable longevity is due to the combination of factors. First, honey is naturally low in water content, which inhibits the growth of bacteria and microorganisms. Second, bees add an enzyme called glucose oxidase to the nectar they collect, which breaks down into glucogen acid and hydrogen peroxide, both of which are natural preservatives. Finally, the high acidity of honey also contributes to its ability to resist spoilage. So that jar of honey in your pantry could potentially outlive you, your children, and even their children. A testament to the incredible chemistry of nature. There you go, Burn.
That's actually wild. And so maybe, if this whole thing goes south, if the apocalypse is upon us, get yourself some bees.
Yeah.
Get yourself some bees.
Get some bees and get some honey, Daddy. So, all right, Burn. Well, that was our second fun fact. Time to move on to a comment. Are you ready to commence the comment?
Let us commence.
Very good. Our first comment comes off the Nuclear Diamond Battery, the Future of Energy shorts clipped. It's from Sniped to Death. Sniped to Death. And 2 is spelled out TWO. Jason Francis is the name on the account. 3 subscribers, no videos. Sniped to Death. He left a comment saying, the output is so low, it's useless currently for consumer devices. So he's speaking about the Nuclear Diamond Battery. I said, thanks for listening and thank you for the information. So there you go. So it's still in the beta testing stages maybe, and it's too low for consumer devices, but eventually nuclear diamond batteries will be the future. Is that agreed, Burn?
Yeah, sounds like it. Still sounds a little freaky, but I guess that makes sense, is that they found a way to get some power out of it. They just haven't found a way to maximize the output. But okay, yeah, good snipe to death. Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate that.
Thanks for the heads up. Speaking of freaky, Burn, how's your mom? Let's keep it moving. Keep it on moving down the road. We're going to head to a blind ranking. Burn, are you ready for a blind ranking?
I am always ready for a blind ranking.
Burn, honestly, I'm so excited for this because these are just a few of my favorite things. They're also works of art, in my opinion. And I'm talking about sneakers, kicks, shoes, doodads, flim-flams, whatever you want to call them. These are some of the best that there ever was and ever will be. Are you ready to blind rank them?
Oh boy, this is okay. This is big time stuff. I really don't want to punt
big
on this. All right.
Time. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. First shoe. The Questions. The first ever Iversons. Patent leather toe. Beautiful. Honestly, think about this. I think those came out in 96. Allen Iverson was a top-selling shoe at a time when the shoes were the hottest there have ever been. And I don't want to name the shoes because I don't want to give anything away. But it came out during an era of just beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe. So, Burn, where are you putting The Questions?
I'm going to put The Questions right in the middle at 3.
All right, you always start at 3 like a poos, poos.
I'm going to put them right in the middle at 3 because, and I'm a huge Nike guy too. So the fact that those climb up to 3 is a testament to just how beautiful that shoe was.
You're absolutely a big Adidas fan as well, if I recall correctly. Is that right? You love a good Adidas?
I had an Adidas in a while. I had some sweet Pumas back in the day when we first met.
Yeah.
And I had some Kangaroos. I had some red roos.
You rooed it for a long time, Daddy. You loved a good roo. But no, either way, let's keep it moving. So, okay, next shoe on the docket. Are thou ready?
I am nervous, but I'm ready.
Grant Hill Fila's. Beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe. You
It's a
can't.
nice
You
shoe.
cannot talk about shoes in the '90s and not bring up Fila's. Okay, Fila's were massive shoes in the '90s. Am I right or am I right?
You're right. That particular shoe was huge.
Dude, I love them. I love the Stackhouses. Fila had those running shoes that all the women wore that were hot smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, your thoughts, Daddy?
the Grant Hill feel is going to hit 5 for me. It's going to hit
Wow.
5. They never captured
Wow.
my imagination.
All right. Well, here
Good
you
looking
go. You're
shoe, but I never had a pair. I was never
you
jealous
never
of
you
anyone
never
who
fell
did.
into their trap. You never fell into their trap. Are
Never
you ready
bought it.
for the next one? All right, here we go. Air Max 97. That is a beautiful shoe. I actually
Oh,
have a pair upstairs. Silver, just gorgeous shoe. Gorgeous. Silver with the red Nike symbol. Gorgeous
yeah.
shoe. Literally works of art. That is a work of art, that shoe. I've had several pairs of them. I've had over probably at this point 40 pairs of Air Maxes in my life. They're just incredibly, they were one of those shoes as a kid that you saw that your parents wouldn't buy for you, that you're like, I cannot wait till I can get something that beautiful on my feet. Everyone will be S in my D if I do that. And yeah, I'm married,
And
so
Air Max is not just a shoe, but a culture. You know what I mean? There's a
no,
culture behind the Air Max. The Air Max 97 is
agreed.
going to hit number 2 for me. That's a strong number 2. A strong number 2.
All right, Vern. Are you ready for the next one?
I am. I hope so.
So right now you have 2, 3, and 5 done. So you have 1 and 4 left. Your next shoe, the Reebok Pump. You didn't think I would do it, you son of a bitch, but
I
I
did
did it.
not think you were going to pump it up.
I did, and it's the Pump, Daddy. The Pump. One, the marketing genius.
Incredible.
Genius marketing. The Pump, everything. The Pump was everything. Showed up in a couple movies where you had the Pump,
You had to pump it
Also,
up.
beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe. High top, pump. Come on, Daddy. Everyone was pumping. And you had the
Everyone was
release
pumping.
valve.
Yep.
Beautiful shoe.
Beautiful shoe.
Love the good pump.
The Reebok pump is going to hit number 4 for me. And
I
I feel okay about that being in between the question and the Grant Hill feelers. I'm feeling okay right now, but I only have the one spot left.
And
And
can you guess what shoe I'm gonna put there?
my hope is 11s.
You are damn right, sir. Jordan 11s, the most
Jordan
beautiful
11s.
shoe ever created. We've talked about them now 2 retort shows in a row. They are the most beautiful shoe that's ever been, ever will be, and I love them to death. I absolutely love them to death. I have a pair of 11s. I've owned a couple pairs, and I've had a pair of 11s, this one pair, for probably, I don't know, when it's 7 years, because I bought them when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, because they're midnight green. Beautiful shoe. Beautiful lows, midnight green
The
lows, and I've probably worn them. I can count. I've worn them under 8 times.
You know that I hate the goddamn Eagles, but the Kelly Green 11s that Jalen Hurts was wearing in the Super Bowl
Oh,
were so goddamn nice. They were so goddamn nice.
man, they
All
were so
They were so nice.
beautiful.
All right, so here we go. Number 1, Jordan 11s. Number
Yep.
2, Air Max 97s.
Sure.
Number 3, the Question Ones. Number 4, the
Beautiful.
Reebok Pump. Number 5, Grant Hill Fila. That for me, that's a perfect list. I am completely satisfied with my list right there.
I have to start, honestly, I feel like I'm giving away the GOAT because I like the way I say it, just don't pick one until the end. So I have to start putting stuff out sooner. And that's my fault. And that's my fault, Burn.
Hey, I mean, I'm not complaining. I feel pretty good about most of my blind rankings. I fucked that pie one up, but the rest of them I think have been pretty decent.
Amen to that. So let's keep it moving. Keep it on moving down the road. Next comment we got from our boy. Well, no. Yes. Next comment. Speaking of Jordans, the next comment comes from the one and only Omni 112, Daddy, William Handy, everybody's favorite. He left a comment on what was that? What's the comment on? Oh, the Jordan 11's the most beautiful shoe ever shorts clip that we put out. mean, talk, write what you know, Daddy. William Handy, love this dude. Just a great retort, great return and retort. Great guy. Can't wait to have him on the show one day. Love to have you. Just let us know when you're ready. He left this comment. He says, as a sneakerhead, these are two of my favorite go-to. I am big on the classic Concords, which are a beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe.
Beautiful shoe.
I told him, I was like, I knew you were a man with endless style and sophistication. I knew that about him. I knew it. So yeah,
classic Concords too also go with anything. I mean, like they're a shoe for all occasions.
Yeah, I love too. Now it's a thing that Jays with a suit, like they came out with a pair of 11s that are called the Prom Night 11s. They're a beautiful. It's like black on black with like midnight blue midnight blue sole. Beautiful shoe. Beautiful shoe. So that's what I'm saying. Like now it's like, I would rather wear them than a thing of Ferragamos. Well, I don't know. My Italian heritage says wear the Ferragamos, but if you want to be comfortable, wear some J's, Daddy. Wear some J's. I'll tell you, if you want to be a real stud at a wedding, give out J's to wear to the groomsmen as a present when we get to the wedding, like the reception. You're a fucking baller. That's what
my brother did.
Move.
It was the best.
Really?
Yeah. He gave us all the groomsmen wore white, black, and gray Jordan 1s.
Oh, he went with 1s though.
He did. He went with 1s. But
I'm not thrilled with it.
If you're going to a prom or you're going to a wedding, if you're gonna be out there cutting it up,
you gotta be cutting it up.
Wear something to let you cut it up.
There's something that lets you cut it up, Daddy. I'm with you. And then I did want to do one more comment from this sector, Burn, if you're willing to indulge me. Next comment comes on the Why We Hate the Big Bang Theory clip. We put this clip out a while ago, but it was still during the Ask AI era, and we talked about how know-it-alls are just the worst people in the world, and everybody hates them. So I'm not saying this right, but it's Yao Pedro. Yo Pedro. He's got 226 subscribers off of one video, and he left a comment that says, I hate this show. It sucks. And I hope he's talking about Big Bang Theory. And I said, you and me both, pal, because Big Bang Theory effing sucks. It is the worst show. Everybody hates it. I cannot stand it. Burn.
I've never been able to watch more than like 5 minutes of it in a row. Right. I don't think it's funny. I don't think there's actually any jokes there. It's all just callbacks and weird stuff, and I don't care about any of it. And I don't appreciate a bunch of jokers taking the nerd culture that I grew up with and love so much and making it so commercial and stupid. So yeah, pound sand, Big Bang Theory. Pound sand.
Yes. Very much so. So let's keep it moving, keep it on moving down the road. We're going to head now to, is it blue collar or is it yuppie, Burn? What do you think?
Let's figure it out.
So we're going to have two topics tonight. First topic, we're going over, is it blue collar or is it yuppie? And we need to affirm this. Everyone listening out there, all the blue collarites out there, all the retorts out there, we need to reaffirm this. Because I do not want to lose this like we lost Flannel, like we lost Chucks, like we lost PBR, okay? Carhartt is blue collar, and these yups are trying to take Carhartt from us, Burn, and I'm not going to let it happen. Listen to this. Carhartt's enduring appeal lies in its unwavering commitment to durability and functionality, core tenets of blue-collar work. From its origins crafting workwear for railroad workers in the late 1800s, the brand has consistently prioritized rugged materials and practical designs. The iconic duck canvas jackets, reinforced stitching, and ample pocket space to the demands of physical labor. All right, not the curated aesthetic of a yuppie lifestyle. While Carhartt's aesthetic has seen a resurgence in mainstream fashion, its roots remain firmly planted in providing reliable gear for those who build, fix, and work with their hands. The brands associated with construction sites, farms, and workshops reinforces its blue-collar identity, a testament to its long-standing dedication to serving the working class. Goddamn right. Carhartt is for the blue-collar working people. It is not for yuppie Yuppsville with the yuppie yuppers. You got it? Do not touch it again, or you're dead. I'll kill you. How about that, Bern? I'll kill him.
I know you will.
I
It's
love Carhartt.
insane to me that we're even having this conversation. Like
Truly,
the
truly.
idea that Carhartt could somehow be adopted into yuppie culture makes absolutely no sense to me. This is one of the easiest slam dunks that we have done on blue collar versus yuppie since we started doing this segment. Carhartt
Yeah.
is for the people, of the people. You're cold, right? You're using your hands. You need all those pockets. You're fixing stuff. You're tooling around. You're building stuff.
Yeah.
Carhartt is foundational to the American working person.
Yep.
And I'm not going to sit here and watch a bunch of yuppies steal it. It's not for you. Buy something else. Find something else.
You can find plenty. There's
alone.
plenty of stuff for you. Do not touch my Carhartt. Bern, it was so windy the other day that I thought people were going to get pneumonia. But guess what? I was wearing just a hoodie. And what kind of hoodie? Carhartt. Didn't feel a goddamn thing. Also, had a huge hoodie pocket and then a mini pocket inside my hoodie pocket if I wanted to keep a screwdriver or a knife or a pen or a hammer, whatever the hell I want, I can put in there. All right. Or a box cutter, whatever. You know, that's what Carhartt does. It's Carhartt. It's Carhartt. And when's the last time you saw a yuppie go hunting wearing Carhartt? You don't, because they're not allowed. You're not allowed. They're not allowed, Bern. It's illegal. I'm making it illegal.
It's practical. It's durable. It's everything the working man needs. Find something else, guys. Seriously.
You know, Bern,
you're on the wrong block.
I used to dream of this scenario. Is that if or when me and you got invited to the Oscars, an award show, sure. I would wear, they always talk about like what kind of suit you wear. I would like Carhartt to make my suit.
Oh, Maddie will be wearing Carhartt tonight. That would be perfect.
I'd be wearing Carhartt and I'd have the best dick in the place.
You wearing a sweet Carhartt suit and some Midnight 11s and you'd look incredible.
Oh, God. Wouldn't I? Wouldn't I?
You would.
Man. All right. Well, that's Carhartt owned and taken back for the blue collar. Next thing, Bern, we got to talk about this because it's tough. It's tough. I saw this, like, this is a thing that my family did on Sundays after church sometimes. Sometimes I did it with some pals after a long night of drinking. Sometimes I did it with a one-night stand if I didn't just kick him out. And sometimes I made it for him myself. Sometimes you have the at-home version, and we're talking brunch. Bern, talk to me about brunch. Your thoughts on brunch? Brunch me, Daddy. Brunch me.
Okay, brunch is a tough one because brunch does have this kind of reputation, I feel, these days as like a fancy outing, you know, bottomless mimosas and yada 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 and blah 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 and avocado toast and all that kind of stuff. But I think you made a really good point earlier. My first introductions to brunch were like post church. You know, you go to the 10:30 or the 11 o'clock. After that, you get to a joint. You can still get an omelet if you want. You can still get the chicken fingers. Brunch is a magical thing, and
it's an incredibly beautiful thing. Sunday brunch is it's almost a holy meal.
And you know, I think there is something though inherently blue collar about you spend all week turning a wrench or building a foundation, and on the weekends you cut up a little bit. You know, you have a couple of bud heavies, you have a couple of old crows, and Sunday is that only day you have to recharge. You get to sleep in a little bit because if you're blue collar, what are you doing on Saturday? You're cutting the grass. You know, you're fixing the stuff around your house.
Yep.
You're doing all that.
Coaching your kid's soccer team or something.
Exactly. But Sunday,
you don't have time for brunch.
No, you get a little bit of a recharge. You get that midday meal, very similar to like a family dinner. You know what I mean? The Italians like that early family dinner.
Sometimes,
but if you're out there, that's a heavy day. If you're out there all week and you're grinding, and then Saturday you go home and you grind there. Brunch is the perfect way to reset on a Sunday. After brunch, it's like, okay, now we're going to just slow it down a little bit and get ready for tomorrow to go suck this dick for another 5 days. So I do think brunch has blue collar roots, but this is a tough one because a lot of people hear brunch and think like hoity-toity.
Yeah, well, listen to this, Bern. Brunch, at its heart, is a practical and communal meal rooted in blue-collar traditions. Think about it. It's a way to stretch weekend groceries, utilizing leftovers and simple ingredients after a long work week. For generations, working families gathered for a late morning meal, a chance to relax and connect before tackling household chores or preparing for the next week of work. The focus wasn't on mimosas and avocado toast, but on a hearty dish like eggs, potatoes, and biscuits, providing sustenance and a moment of shared rest. While brunch has been appointed by the Yuppie crowd, its origins are firmly in blue-collar tradition of simple, satisfying meals shared with loved ones. It's about community and necessity, not curated aesthetics and expensive cocktails. God damn it, did I just fucking nuts on the chin?
Nailed
That
it.
is so right.
Nailed it, Maddie. Absolutely nailed it.
It's nuts on the chin,
Absolutely
Daddy.
nailed it.
That's nuts on the chin.
That was beautiful.
Dude, I'm with you. It's brunch, right? But not brunch with, I don't have a job, so why don't we meet for brunch on Tuesday? There's no fucking brunch during the week.
Get the
Brunch
hell
is
outta
on
here.
Sunday only. If you're doing
Only.
brunch any other day of the week, you're a yuppie and you can't be trusted. Okay?
I agree with
lunch
that.
is for Sunday. Lunch is for Sunday, Daddy. Lunch is for Sunday.
If someone invited me to brunch on Saturday, I would immediately delete their number. I'd be like, I don't know who this person is. I don't trust them anymore. And I'd find a way not to associate with them anymore. Brunch is Sunday. That's it.
Sunday fun day, Daddy. Sunday fun day, Daddy. So, all right, Bern. Well, that is another blue collar versus yuppie. And thankfully we stood up again for the blue collar people, as we always do. So we're going to move on to another comments, but then also, Bern, I'm not going to edit this out, but I just sent you another script in your email because we're finishing with a script after we do our next comment. So there you go, Daddy.
Hit me, baby.
Our next couple comments come from everyone's favorite Ozzy. I'm not talking Russell Crowe. I'm not talking Mel Gibson. I'm not talking Izzy Azalea. I'm not talking Margot Robbie. I'm not talking Arabelle Del Busso. I'm not talking, who's the gay lady? But I'm talking the one I think if you like her, you're gay. Who's that?
Nicole Kidman.
I'm not talking Nicole Kidman. I'm talking Miss Metal herself, Sue Matthews, Alloy 1100, the one and only. Here's what she's got to say. She left a comment on episode 431, Christopher Nolan versus David O. Russell. She said, I haven't seen either of these movies. We'll have to have a look. Thanks, guys. Yep. That's when we did Memento versus Silver Linings Playbook. Definitely see Silver Linings Playbook, Miss Metal, because it'll give you an idea of where we're from. And then also she left a comment on episode 432. She says, yes, please do an update on the Arabella Del Busso 60 interview. And then she said, I reckon Fido, Blackie, and Snowy for dog names. FYI, when I was born, my dad already had a black lab and his name was Blackie. And then she then writes, as per Yuppie versus blue collar workers, you could do shoes, Crocs, didn't get them. Vaping, people that don't even smoke cigarettes start vaping are vegans or vegans. I hate it when people say hi and bye the way I'm vegan. Hold on, let me read it. She says, I hate it when people say hi and by the way, I'm vegan. What the fuck? I don't meet people say, by the way, I'm a carnivore or an omnivore, LOL. And she says, love the song you did for me, Matt. Love you guys. Another fantastic show. Oh man, love you, Miss Metal Sue Matthews, aka Alloy 1100. What was the song I did, Bern? Do you remember?
You riffed it from the heart. It just came right from the heart.
I mean, that's
and
what
you
Miss Metal
freestyled
does
it.
for me.
It was gorgeous.
She's just the best. Last comment she left on episode 430. She says, love a cul-de-sac. Best place to play cricket. Also love tattoos. Don't have any myself, especially meaningful ones. Great show. Love you guys. I believe I read that comment last week.
That is the second time you read that comment. Indeed. But that's how much we like Miss Metal. She's the top of Sheila.
And there's the toppiest of top
no
Sheilas ever topped the Sheila. Ever topped the Sheila. You know, love Miss Metal, Sue Matthews, the pride of Australia, the pride of Down Under.
Da-da-da.
All right, Vern, are you ready?
You want to switch it up this time?
Or do you want to be Mark and I'll be
Yeah.
Vanessa and Robin?
Yeah, let's switch it up.
Okay, let me introduce it. So here we go. Now another reading from Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Vern, take it away. Start with the scene, please.
Our scene is Mark is trying to fix a leaky faucet in the kitchen. Robin is reading a magazine, and Vanessa is on the phone pacing. Ugh, come on, you stupid pipe. Why won't you? Ah!
Having some plumbing issues, Mr. Cooper?
Very funny, Robin. This thing is possessed, Vanessa. Can you call a plumber?
No. Yes, I understand. But the caterers are saying the swans need to be facing east. It's a garden party, not a celestial alignment. It's for my boss's thing, okay?
Your boss's thing is going to have a flooded kitchen if you don't fix this.
Maybe you should just admit you use your basketball skills to dunk a bucket under it.
This is a serious situation. I'm a man of many talents. I can fix this. He twists the wrench. There's a loud clang, and the water stops. See?
Okay, Swansea's got it. You fixed it.
Like a pro. Suddenly, the faucet bursts, spraying water everywhere. Robin bursts out laughing, and Vanessa sighs.
Oh, Mark.
Okay. Call the plumber.
And scene. Oh, Daddy! Speaking of and scene, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern Podcassy, and in case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you this amazing content. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. See ya.